Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
2 alleged gangsters fatally shot by police in St. James. PNP pushes message of transformation as Jamaica enters a crucial election season. And later in sports, Windies level ODI series against Pakistan.
Now the details. We begin news this afternoon with a TVJ News follow-up. 2 men believed to be members of the KDF gang were fatally shot by police during a targeted operation. They are Andre Reed, otherwise called Zul, OC Little Zul, and Lindell Gray, otherwise called Frass, OC Sasa Frass. The police say Reed is the gang's leader. It is suspected that the gang is behind the killing of a policeman's spouse on the weekend. In light of the developments, the police are on high alert as members of the gang have reportedly been making threats to harm members of the security forces. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has condemned the brutal killing of a police officer in Reading, St. James. Dr. Holness is calling for swift action to bring those responsible to justice.
Speaking at a Jamaica Labour Party JLP mass rally in Halfway Tree, St. Andrews Sunday night, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness described the attack as barbaric and an assault on the nation's law and order. Mr. Holness urged law enforcement to use every resource at their disposal to swiftly apprehend the perpetrators.
I heard the sad news of a policeman and his family who was attacked and his wife killed, and I want to send my condolences to that family. I know that the police high command is working on that case, and I have no doubt that those persons who committed that heinous act, that they will see justice and swiftly.
It's understood that the woman died at the scene. The police officer who is attached to the lottery scam task force is still hospitalized. According to police reports, the cop drove to the Reading Main Road in the vicinity of Elevate nightclub, where he awaited the arrival of a man to pick up a key from him. The report said the individual arrived and the woman exited the vehicle and retrieved the key. However, in the process of returning to the vehicle, she received gunshot wounds to her upper body, the cop to his back, and their 5-year-old son sustained a bullet wound to his head. In the meantime, Dr. Holness says the government is continuing its push to reduce homicides.
It is this administration that will bring the murder rate below 1,000. In fact, we are targeting to go as low as 800 or even lower. And we have not done it just this year. We have been bringing down the murder rate for the last 3 years. And we intend to make Jamaica the most peaceful country in this region. And we know we can do it, and we will do it.
Nakinski Robinson, TVJ News.
With concerns about the safety of rural school buses, the government is insisting stakeholders are working to fix the issues. This follows recent videos showing at least 2 of the buses with blown-out tires and minor accidents. The parliamentary opposition has raised safety concerns around the age of the buses and their suitability for narrow rural roads. In an interview with TVJ News Sunday night, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz said all tires should be changed within a week and a half.
The fact of the matter is that I have a cut-off date of the 23rd of August where I want everything to be concluded, meaning that I have a week extra to make sure that if there's anything that needs to be done, and hence I brought forward the testing, and I'm happy to say that the 122 routes were tested. We will do an analysis tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We will make some changes, bus sizes on routes that we found that were too big for the routes. We have to change them to smaller buses. The tires will be done, all of the retrofitting of the doors will be done, and I will make public the routes and the final set of routes within the next week.
Under Phase 1 to be rolled out in September, there will be 122 routes to service 258 schools. As Jamaica braces for a pivotal election season, the People's National Party is ramping up its message of transformation and renewal. With confidence and clarity, the PNP is positioning itself as the vehicle for change in 2025. Details in this report.
Hours after the announcement of the September 3 general election date, President of the People's National Party, PNP, Mark Golding, addressed scores of energized supporters gathered at the party's headquarters on the Old Hope Road Sunday night.
Obviously, they were running scared because no government leaves it to the 11th hour. And really, the election called itself because they were out of time. And so, I say to you tonight, comrades, now we have to step up the thing. We will be on the road and we will be continuing to take our message of hope to the people. And I say to each of you in your constituencies, carry the message far and wide.
The announcement of the election date came as no surprise to Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell, who said the PNP has been preparing for months. He emphasized their strategic groundwork and readiness.
It's one of the first times that the opposition has actually called the election, the exact date. But that's just based on the level of preparation and us going out there and knowing what is going on. And we feel very confident that we've organized the party. The stage that we're going into now is where you need to ensure that you have your canvas in place, your workers and your trade. We've done that. The level of organization in the PNP now, we have not seen that in the last 50 years. So we are comfortable that we'll be able to do that work. We're not resting on our laurels, we're not taking it for granted, we're going out there, but we are sure that we are putting the prep work.
PNP supporters are voicing optimism and a strong desire for change. Many see the upcoming election as a turning point and have rallied around the party's promise to restore trust, integrity, and progress in government.
It make we suffer too much. Time come, we must go now.
Are you prepared? You guys are?
Yes, well prepared.
How you feel about it?
Well,
How you feel?
him say I call that long time. Me walk up and down on the whole heap of canvas in some incident that long time. We wait too long.
I am ecstatic, I'm elated because the time has come. Young people will get the opportunity to own ownership. Businesses will have 3 years of income taxes being waived, and as such, I'm happy. I know with a health minister like Dr. Dawes, machines will be in the hospitals, and as such, I'm happy. Time come for progress, time come for change, time come to rescue Jamaica with Mark Jefferson Golding.
Arian Simpson, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, says the party will continue its island-wide meetings this weekend in Kingston and St. Andrew. The meeting was postponed due to the Jamaica Labour Party's mass rally for the election announcement on Sunday in Halfway St. Andrew.
Our first meeting is going to be on Saturday in Kingston and St. Andrew. We have to finish up our parish meetings because those meetings gave the local candidates an opportunity to speak. We can't just go straight national only because that would rob them of that opportunity, and we want to give them because some of them are overperforming in their constituency. I'm sure you've never seen Delroy Show campaigning before, but he has been forced to campaign. Anthony Miller Simpson in Northwest St. Andrew has been doing tremendously well as well. And we want to ensure the Prime Minister himself is under pressure. He has walked in his constituency 4 times in the last 8 days because of the work that has been done in his seat. So I want those persons to get the national platform as well. So we'll have that meeting on Saturday night.
With the new academic year approaching, a 13-year-old mentorship program is warning that Jamaica must urgently tackle behavioral problems among children or risk losing a generation. More in this report.
The Mentoring Through Sports Professional Summer Camp, founded by former Olympian Dennis Blake, blends athletics with life skills to instill discipline, teamwork, and resilience in students. But organizers say the biggest hurdle isn't on the field, it's in the children's hearts and homes.
Children need guidance. If they don't have guidance, they will do anything. Their mind wander. If we leave them to social media, which is what all the gadgets are doing. So social media is raising our children.
The Blakes say behavioral issues often stem from deeper challenges, single-parent households, lack of mentorship, and unhealthy societal values.
In my view, I've had more experience with boys that have issues. And one of the big issues that we have with boys is the lack of mentorship, the lack of one parent, mostly the male in the home is not there. And as a result, it creates a situation.
In one case, Mrs. Blake recalls a boy who was constantly fighting until her husband spoke with him. The child broke down in tears, his aggression rooted in the absence of a father figure.
I remember in one incident while in Kingston at one of the schools, we had a boy, he was just going into fighting, just very angry, fighting all the time. So my husband took him outside on a rock and they started to talk. And this teenage guy just started crying. Like, you know, in Jamaica, we say men don't cry, but this boy was crying. And so my husband mentored him. It was a bad situation that he actually had to call his parents, got the mom involved, asked permission. Apparently, that situation was because of the lack of the dad in the household.
The program works with schools across Jamaica and urges greater involvement from past students, churches, and community leaders.
We need to find more people who are actually willing to pour into the lives of children, despite the issues that they might have or the challenges that may come with it. We have to ensure that children know that we are here and that somebody actually believes in them.
As schools prepare to reopen, the Blakes are calling on educators, parents, and the wider community to address behavioral problems head-on, warning that without early intervention, the cycle of negative influences will continue to derail young lives. Sandy Williams, TVJ News.
It's time for a break. Stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It's now time for the Business Minute.
For the quarter ended June 30, Trans-Jamaica Highway posted profit before tax of US $12 million, up 29% from US $9.3 million a year earlier. This was driven by stronger revenues, partly offset by higher operating and marketing costs. Now for the 6-month profit before tax rose to US $24.1 million from US $18.5 million in 2024. Meanwhile, net profit for the quarter climbed 24% to US $8.7 million, reflecting tax charges of US $3.3 million, up US $1 million year on year. For the half year, net profit grew 28% to US $17.8 million after US $6.3 million in tax charges compared to US $13.9 million and US $4.5 million in taxes in 2024. Further afield, two microchip giants, Nvidia and Advanced Micro Devices, have agreed to pay the federal government 15% of their revenues from semiconductor sales to China. That's according to the Financial Times. In exchange, the two companies will obtain export license to sell Nvidia's H20 chips and AMD's M1308 chips in China. That is a reversal from the Trump administration, which had imposed tough U.S. restrictions on chip sales to Beijing. It is unclear how the Trump administration will use the money it gets from the two chip makers. Now, the Financial Times also reports China wants the United States to ease export restrictions on a key component for artificial intelligence chips. Those discussions could come up as part of an overall trade deal between China and the United States. For the Business Minute, I'm Shane Masters.
Time now for the top stories from around the world.
In the region, Guyana has joined the international community in urging the United Nations to have Israel reverse a cabinet decision to take control of Gaza City by October 7, 2025, declaring it would expel thousands of Palestinians from their homes and end the two-state solution. Guyana's UN Permanent Representative, Ambassador Caroline Rodriguez-Burkitt, told the UN Secretary Council on Sunday that the planned occupation could destabilize regional and global peace. The Guyanese diplomat said while Guyana has reasserted its condemnation of the October 7 attacks against Israel by Hamas, no attack can be ever a justifiable reason to subject Gaza's civilian population to collective punishment. On the international scene, 5 Al Jazeera journalists were killed on Sunday in an Israeli strike near Gaza City's Al-Shifa hospital. Al Jazeera reported that the 5 were in a tent for journalists at the hospital's main gate when it was targeted. 2 weeks ago, it condemned the Israel Defense Force for what it called a campaign of incitement against its reporters in Gaza. Shortly after the strike, the IDF confirmed that it had struck correspondent Anas al-Sharif, posting on Telegram that he had served as the head of a terrorist cell in Hamas. Al-Sharif, who was 28 years old, appeared to be posting on X in the moments before his death, warning of intensive Israeli bombardment within Gaza City. And those are the top regional and international stories. I'm Carrie Simpson.
Thank you, Carrie. And we take another break. Sports is next.